What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka JustTenMoreMinutes, aka the Freakin 10, back again with more Alter Bridge. Now, this is a band that I absolutely fell in love with, but again, I switched from band to band to band, so I try to get back to these ones that I really like more often, and Alter Bridge is one of them. They, you know, whether it's the ones off of Fortress that I've listened to that really stuck with me, to now this one that's been one of the most requested, which is Fable of the Silent Sun. So I'm very interested to hear this one. This is from Pawns and Kings, which I think was, yeah, this year. So, you know, I've listened to Fortress, which was quite a bit a while ago, I think. So now from then to here, I want to hear that difference and see if there's a maturity level or what. Don't know what to expect from this one, but the only way we're going to find out, let's get to it. All right.
Lost where we can't escape, blind to our own decay, lamenting when we can't let go until we die alone. We hope that it's not too late. I used to lie awake and sing this song. Fear is a hollow place, a dark beyond. The coldest season that I've ever known. But it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes. Times have changed. And I have changed.
So I'm going to stop there. I will take it back 5 seconds because it is 8 minutes. So I do want to get through the lyrics because just from what I've seen, there's quite a few. Lost where we can't escape, blind to our own decay, lamenting when we can't let go. Until we heal, we die alone. We hope that it's not too late. I used to lie awake and sing this song. Fear is a hollow place, a dark beyond. The coldest season that I've ever known, but it's over now, and I've learned from my mistakes. Times have changed, and I have changed. So, and I've said it multiple times, I'll continue to say it. I'm a lyricist, so it's just ingrained in my head. When you can take a set of lyrics and walk into an open mic night, y'all have heard me say it 10,000 times by now, and you can walk into a spoken word open mic night and read those lyrics and they're impactful, you've got a great song from a lyric perspective. And so far, this is exactly what this is. Excellent lyrics so far. Let's keep it going.
It's hard to recognize the person that I was, but a wasted life is still worth saving. I was too scared to find forgiveness confess so you may learn. Convey the truth, the pain, so you won't have to hide. Please never second guess these words. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a new day dawning from above in turn, so you may learn.
Oh, I love that song.
Lesson from the things I've done. A fable of the silent song.
You know, it's interesting to me because when they hit that end before they, they came back in, you honestly could have stopped the song there, right? You're at that 2 to 3 minute mark, and I don't think anybody would have questioned that. But it's interesting because they kind of change up a little bit, right? That intro was very sad's not the right word, but it's almost like they're down, right? Because they talk about, until we heal, we die alone. I used to lie awake and sing this song, right? But then as they come back in, or I shouldn't say they come back in, but this next verse of, it's hard to recognize the person that I was, but a wasted life is still worth saving. I was scared to find forgiveness wouldn't come, but it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes, but it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes. Times have changed. And that right there is the part I was talking about, that as they kind of stopped, right, and you heard the kind of guitars start to fade, and then they brought it back in. Those were the darkest days. I will never return. This I confess so you may learn. Convey the truth, the pain, so you won't have to hurt. Please never second guess these words. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a day drawing from above in turn, so that you may learn. A lesson from the things I've done, a fable of the silent sun. Interesting song so far, because it truly sounds like, learning. If you don't learn from those mistakes you've made in life, yes, you may die alone. But then, as they say, the phoenix rising from the dust after learning from their ashes, and reinventing yourself is not the right phrase, but really letting yourself be the best you at that point is really what I'm drawing from this, and I really like it. It's long, I will say that so far, but I want to be fair because we're halfway through and the message so far is very good. So I'm not going to jump on that, but I want to see where it goes.
And buried way below, we have our deep regrets, with waves of anger to respect. We face our demons with intentions to protect. Our future angels for what's next. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a new day dawning from above in turn, so you may learn a lesson from the things I've done.
Really like that.
A fable of the silent sun, a warning of the things to come, foreshadowing the end for some who dare and lose it all. A fable of the silent sun, a warning of the things Fear is the hollow place, a dark beyond. The coldest season that I've ever known. But it's over now, I've learned from my mistakes. But it's over now, I've learned from my mistakes. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up. Like a new day dawning from above in turn, so you may learn a lesson from the things I've done. A fable of the silent
Okay, here's what's going on in my head right now, just being 100% transparent. When a song is 8 minutes, right? There's messages that have to be delivered. So, for example, I just recorded Night Wishes Ghost Love Score. And there's a period in that song where, you know, band obviously goes off stage for a little bit, you know, and then comes back. And so, you know, there's a question of what does that bring to a song. And so when I look at this one and I look at the lyrics, so for example, so as we were going through, and buried way below, we have our deep regrets with waves of anger to respect. We face our demons with intentions to protect our future angels for what's next. Like a phoenix rising from the dust, I've come to lift you up like a new day dawning from above in turn, so that you may learn a lesson from the things I've done. A fable of the silent sun, a warning of things to come, foreshadowing the end for some who dare and lose it all. A fable of the silent sun, a warning of things to come. Forgive me for the things I've done. I could have lost it all. And then, you know, they go in and talk about that. I used to lie awake and sing this song, fear's a hollow place, dark beyond the coldest season that I've ever known, but it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes, but it's over now. I've learned from my mistakes. And then they sing the same one from the phoenix rising from the dust. And so when I look at that, right? So the phoenix of the rising dust was done 1, 2, 3 times. The I used to lie awake was done 1, 2, which was fine. So where my problem with this is that it's long, it's effective, but I'm really grasping at, was it as effective being that long? Because it's a really good song. The message in it of, you know, facing what you've been through and coming out of it, learning from your mistakes and having that second chance, at least how my interpretation is of it, you know, and taking the lessons of those that, you know, have been through that and are better, and they've learned from their mistakes and pass those on. And we do the same thing as parents with our children so that they don't do those same mistakes. But I think this probably could have been a 4 to 5 minute song and been just as effective, if not more. I do think this one draws out a little too long with some of the repetition. I think if you took that repetition out, I think it would provide a much more impactful song where people don't lose that interest. Because, you know, it went through verse and then it had a break and then another verse and then a break and a solo. It was very repetitive in a sense. And I don't like saying that. And again, this is just me nitpicking, right? I don't control music. But I have to be honest with my reactions or else I'm just being a fake. And then, well, I can go, ooh, this music was great. And, you know, get 27 million views and be a fake ass person. But I won't do that. There's going to be songs I like and songs that I don't. I like the message of this one. And I actually like the melody in a lot of it. But yeah, it's just too long for me. Man, that pains me to say that. It really does, because I happen to like them. But I really think they could have condensed this with the lyrics and it would have been a lot more impactful. I think it really could have been. But I'm going to keep diving into them. We got more Alter Bridge. We got more music coming. Always remember, my friends, someone asked you to stop what you're doing. Yes, I'm bringing it back. Don't ask for 1, don't ask for 2, and certainly don't ask for 5. Y'all know who I am, what I'm about. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm JTMM. I'm out.